Ooh, been a pretty good NBA free agency so far. Like, moves been done. Not as many as I wanted. I'm not gonna act like it, but still, stuff happens. It's a lot better than what it has been when it'll just be like this second, third tier player. Anyway, so we're gonna do a little rapid fire. I was like, kind of. I'll actually go and talk about them later on, but let's just start with like Klay to Dallas. Weird about it. I was like, not just because seeing him in a different jersey or something like that, but I like the fit, but it's also like wait and see fit. Just because I would like Klay, even though he had a bad game in the playing, is still a better shooter than what they were having. You still gotta like actually be with him and check him and stuff like that. The problem is that they lose defense in a really big way with Derek White going somewhere else, but they improve so much offensively. Now the issue is how they play and incorporating how Klay play, because Klay's not just a standstill 3 point shooter that would probably mesh, I think, with Luca seamlessly. I was like, he's really on the move type of dude. But the thing is that he could. But the thing is that they'll probably figure that out because the offense did change and improve at different points. But Klay is able to not just shoot the three, move with the ball, keep moving throughout the whole offense. He could do the pump fake, put it down. I was like, cause he not going to like get his own shot, but he could put the ball on the floor, get a two, maybe go to the basket here and there, and also pass. So he upgrades that at a bigger, higher thing. Um, Also, I'll just talk about their moves of like Marshall. I was like, I'm not gonna like know who he actually is. I was like, I only seen him a bit in the playing, but I was like, he was able to get his own shot, and he was able to play defense. And I was like, okay, cool. That's another upgrade there, considering who they had of Tim Hardaway. So when you think that it's like Derek Jones, Tim Hardaway for those two, I was like, good pick for Dallas. Paul George going to the 76ers, and then them signing basically Oubre and Drummond and Gordon. This is what I wanted the 76ers to do. I wanted them to go ahead and get their main person, but I also wanted them to build out the rest of the team. I sort of wanted to get like KCP and him, but I was like, this still works just as well. I was like, anything they're talking about like this is overpaid. This is sort of what you gotta do. It is what it is. But you get somebody who can create his own shot, stand still, shoot the three. He's not going to be relied on to be the main guy, but also he can if he got to do it in a pinch. But the fact that you fill out the rest of the roster, and I still think they still probably could see if they could do some other things, is what it is for this team. I was like, they built their. I was like, they could build out the rest of the roster. They're in really good shape here. Um, Also, mini note from the Klay Thompson deal is the Hornets getting Josh Green. That's a really good pickup for y'all to snick y'all nose in and basically snag something out of it. And I'm like, that's a really good pickup player. I thought he had shown that he was. I was like in the final when he was like really sort of like the only other dude that you could really count on to hit a bucket. They weren't just standstill three. There were like a couple times where he like dribbled, like did like a like step back almost in one of them, and I was like, okay, might be some more. I was like, even at his regular level of just the 3 and D dude, that's still something big for a team that don't really have defensive players either. At the same time, while he's still young enough to see what he can do on offense. Um, yeah, I was like, the Golden State. I don't know what they're going to be able to do. They signed DeAndre Melton, which is a good pick if you have other things you're doing. But I was like, it's just going to be hard to see what they're going to do. Because I was like, it's so hard to say. Yeah, after they just having to lose Klay basically for nothing, which, them. I was like, I guess the Clippers sort of different because they did get Derek Jones but they picked up some other ancillary pieces. I don't understand the Kevin Porter Jr. ones for them. Maybe somebody else would have snagged or something like that, but for them, sure, okay, that's cool, that works. But yeah, no, I was like, there's been some other, you know, smaller moves or whatnot. KCP to the Magic. I was like, I guess that shows that the Magic might be here ready to sort of not contend, but to basically make some. I was like basically like improve, like make some noise. I wanted him to go to Philly just because I thought he was the perfect fit to be in with the backcourt with Maxi, but also if you did get Paul George, as long as with that is and whatnot. But he brings 3 point shooting. He doesn't need the ball, but he gives him a little bit more of a vet person around as well. Uh, yeah. I was like, and they signed Gary Harris back, and I was like, I believe that's who you sort of like. Gary Harris. We always sort of wanted to match out how he's going to be, and that'd be it. Um, the Spurs getting Wemby. Look, even if Chris Paul might only play 30 games, but he's going to be there for the season most. So it's a good pick. I was like putting an adult on that team. When he played, I was like Wimba might even be even crazier. It might help out those other dudes too. That way the ball don't just stick with their hands or they're trying to play mate while also trying to get their own shot overlooking Wimby. It'll help the ball spread in a lot of situations. So I was like, from that end, I was like, it's really an upside pick. And hey, I don't think they would, but he could be a trade chip for only 11 million, and you get him sort of towards the end of the season, maybe might be a good pick. Um, yeah, I was like, other than that, yeah, like I said, just been some other people just sort of like keeping their team pieces and stuff like that, like the Thunder sort of kept their pieces. They did get Isaiah Hartenstein, and you got a big beefy dude that plays with energy in a way that I don't. I was like, I think it's needed on this team, just because I was like, you can't teach the amount of energy. You can't teach energy and stuff like that. How he played. I'm like, he more than just that. Cause I was like, he got a little, not a hook shot, but I was like, he got a little floater. I was like, rebound intensity is crazy. Uh, I was like, play well on defense, basically, and it's like, you know, nobody's ever gonna stop none of the big dudes like Jokic. But I was like, you want somebody who at least put up a fight, and they didn't have any big to do that. Chet's not that type of big. But I also think too that the reason I said energy is because I'm like since the Erdis scene, all the other stuff you've seen like with the Knicks, that I'm like the Thunder do need that. Like they don't their players aren't energetic in that way. Hell, look at Chet. Chet just look like he over here chilling all the time. Um, but yeah, no, I was like pretty good free agency, especially for the team down here over here trying to make a move. There's some other smaller pieces and things like that. But as we get further along, see what other teams like really do. Uh, yeah, I was like not too mad at it. But anyway, I was like share my like full on things when we see what they're done with each team. But until then, I'm out.